Good morning, boys and girls. Welcome to Shen Plays. Welcome back to Korea, where we're about to finish up this series. We are almost done with Choson 1. The last thing we need are these few provinces owned by Mong... What are they called? Mong Yang. Everything else is controlled by myself or my vassals. Yeah, I think we're good to go. Let's do it. Cost of full and X, probably like 100. Yeah, 95. We're good. I need to finish this core, though. Finish the core. Finish the core. There you go. Truce break. Who needs stability, right? Stability is overrated. It really is. There we go. All right. Kick some ass. He has no allies, so let's just finish him off. There goes his army. What is this? Base tax. I like base tax. Alright, that's pretty much it. Just gotta siege him down. Quick little war. Although that did give us 75 aggressive expansion. But that's going to be mostly contained because of his religion and his culture. So the aggressive expansion, most of that 75 was against only his culture and his religion. And then maybe half of that was against his religious group and his culture group. And his religious group and culture group is very small. So it didn't really affect anyone in India. Didn't affect, basically none. There was almost no penalty for that truce break. The only penalty was to my monarch points, which is fine. Oh, good. Tech 25. What do we got? New cannons. Is that the final cannon? No, there's one more cannon afterwards. All right, flip to Sadia. I gave him all my claims down here. There we go. That was a quick war. All right, let me move my camera. Move my camera. There we go. Sup, punk? And get rid of your cores on my shit. It's obviously my shit. There we go. Choson 1. Excellent. Good times. Didn't even have to core it. But we will. All right. Fantastic. Well, that was a fun campaign. Basically just go nuts on Asia. Merchants want some monopoly charter. And the nobles want some land. Alright, nobles, I'll give you another province. I'll give you one of those provinces where we built one of those training field things. Like out here. Alright. Border tension. Yeah. Yeah, what was really weird about that is because of his culture and his religion, no one really gave a shit about breaking that truce. The only people that would care would be my vassals, because they're in his culture and religious group, and myself, and that's it. Everyone else is dead, so it didn't matter. The achievement did show on stream. Don't give me that crap. I saw it. You're saying it didn't show on stream? Well, it better show in the video, because it showed for me. I wonder if it's because it's a Steam overlay thing. It could be because I saw it on my screen. Oh well. Look at that wonderful Bukhara. They are huge, aren't they? Wonder why he unrivaled me. Wonder why he unrivaled me. I don't get it. Muscovy went bankrupt? Oh no. Poor Muscovy. Well, I think that's a good place to wrap it up. So why don't I get a save here? And we'll go through the timeline. We get to use this new timeline feature. I love it. Oh yeah, people were asking about Tio. How did Tio get this big? Let's start timeline over here and see what happened with Tio. Because he somehow conquered all of this shit, didn't he? Look at Congo go. He took over Cuba, took over Kasenje, annexed Luango, annexed Ndongo. So someone must be allied to Tio. Oh, wow. Whoa! Yeah, Lunda and Tio were allied. That's what happened. And they both teamed up to kick Congo's butt. And that was it. That's all it took. Isn't this timeline feature fun? This was my favorite thing about the very end of Games of Civilization, was they always had a map you could watch at the end, and it would just, you know, play through the game, and it would show you how everyone expanded and conquered and did stuff like that. And now it's in EU4 too. This is awesome. Wow. Okay, so it's more complicated than I thought. Yeah, eventually Tio won over all those guys. All right, let's go back and see how Europe developed. Well, Europe and the Near East, I guess. Kind of weird seeing Danish Karelia up there. France took over some of Aragon. Wow, 1489 and the Ottomans are already in Gaza. Holy crap. And Venice got Achaia down there. Naples is almost dead. France got the tip of Italy. Look at that shit. France got the tip of the boot. And the Pope is just conquering like crazy. Muscovy lost a lot of land to Poland. Holy shit. Wow. And Scotland beat a war with won a war with England. You can see they took land down to York. Austria took Berlin. I mean, not Austria. Bohemia took Berlin. I didn't even notice that. And now Scotland, look at that. They got all the way down to Essex. Scotland strunk. Würzburg is doing well. Switzerland is doing well. He's going all Switzerland over there. And France just beat Spain. Look how much land France just took from Spain. Wow. Kind of weird seeing Hungary do nothing this entire game. They're just chilling there. I mean, they do eventually do stuff, but for 140 years, they've been sitting on their hands. France took more of Spain. Look at that. He took Castilla la Vieja. He also released Catalonia. Austria is just blobbing like crazy. Bohemia is falling apart. Austria is just killing them. And the Commonwealth, obviously doing whatever they did this game, just conquer everything. There's Hungary eating Ottoman land. They did that with the help of Austria. And look at that. Scotland lost their capital to England. And now they lost a ton more land to England. That's so weird. They lost their capital first, and then they lost a ton more stuff. How did that even happen? And there's Bulgaria released from Hungary. And there's Bosnia when they had their union over Serbia. Commonwealth is on both sides of the Caspian Sea. Wow. He made it to the Aral Sea. Wow. Bohemia is like gone. Bohemia is just a little petting zoo inside Austria. Switzerland's pretty much dead as well. Portugal has Galicia. Portugal also has... Oh, wow. Portugal took over all of Morocco. Sweden just took a bunch of land from Muscovy in the north. France lost land to Spain. Look at that. And England continues to devour Scotland. Brandenburg got big. So after losing his capital, Berlin, Brandenburg eventually recovered. Nice. There's that peace deal where Sweden lost land to Denmark. And look at Shenryyr. He might form the Netherlands in a few years. He only needs, what, 2 more provinces? And then Giant Bukhara. Oh, wow, the Commonwealth. I didn't realize they took all the way up to Karelia. Wow. Craziness. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. All right, let's watch Korea. And this is going to be the end here. Here we go. Go Korea. Yeah, we had a pretty decent start, and then we had a lot of rebels, and I had to pause there for a while after eating Buryatia. And then we took over a little bit of Japan on Kyushu. Then we finished off Chahar, finished off Haichi, and then Ming cock-blocked us in the west. Fuck you, Ming. And then we took over a whole bunch of Japan, and then we had a giant war with Ming, which is what's happening right now. Lasted forever. And then we white-pieced Ming when Japan declared, and there we go. We just pieced out Japan and took a whole bunch more land from him. And there goes Ming. Goodbye, Ming. And there's Bukhara taking a whole bunch of land, feeding it to our vassal Mongolia. And then we started eating some of Ming's wonderful clay, like Beijing. It's ours now. And we just went down the coast. The coast is where it's at in China. You get that coast, you get all that trade power, and that's what we did. Once we had the coast, we had so much money coming in. And we had our Japanese petting zoo up in Hokkaido, but we took care of them. They were eating a ducat a month, so I said, it's my ducat. Next, our vassal of Mongolia. Makes a very nice name for us. Started eating Wu. You can see us. Let me zoom in down here on Wu. On the rest of China. Liang was our vassal. And so was Yi, and so was Chang Sheng. There goes Liang. And Wu's dead. But look how much land Bengal owned. Oh my god, Bengal was huge. And then we had to get in there and beat him up. That's pretty much it. Kind of disappointed we didn't annex Chang Sheng because that giant green, that bright green color really bothers me. Doesn't look right. It looked better if it was inside of or if it was annexed, but it would take too long to do that. Cool. And I like that Brunei got all of Borneo. There's like no European presence here. Spain has 2 islands colonized. Portugal has 1 island colonized. France got 2 islands over here, and that's it. Like, no one did anything over here. Is this the Ottoman Turk? Yeah, the Ottomans colonized. And then Brunei got that one. So the Ottomans got here, but no one really did anything here. And these are really, really rich islands, too, because they all have, like, spices and Chinaware and tea. They're really good islands over here. I don't know why they're not so populated or not so colonized. Like Brunei, you know, kudos to him for finishing up his island, but he had this colony in Manila for centuries. He had it like in 1590. He could have easily colonized all of the Philippines. He just didn't. It's very weird. Anyway, that'll have to do. How large is Lithuania's army? We can go through the ledger here. Let's see. Who had the most manpower cap? We did, by a lot. Who had the most money? Milan did. Who had the most income? We did. Who had the most technologies? Well, all the little miners in the HRE, because they get discounts on it. Commonwealth had the most power projection. What about score? We wound up in 5th place. That's fine with me. Oh yeah, religions. Right. Provinces. Well, Catholic had the most. A lot of that has to do with the Commonwealth and the HRE. The HRE stayed Catholic, so all those little minor states were mostly Catholic. And the Commonwealth took over so much land that they flipped a ton of land to Catholic religion. And look at this, Portugal converted all of Morocco as well. Good job, Portugal. Oh, and I guess that counts the New World too. The New World's mostly Catholic as well, especially in Central and South America. But Confucian wound up okay. I mean, we had 162 provinces, and you have to include in that, you have to include the Theravada Buddhist, the Vajrayana Buddhist, and the Mahayana Buddhist, because the Buddhist, we simply did not convert. So add those 6 provinces, those 25 provinces, and those 44 provinces to our total of 162. So we had somewhere around 250 provinces, which is, you know, decent. Don't care. Holy Roman Emperors, I don't care. Oh, here's all of our rulers. I don't know what order this is in. Look at this. This is the default order. 1570, 1390, 1660, 1520. Why is this not organized? What the hell? Is there any order at all? It's alphabetical. That's what it is. That's so dumb. Okay. So here we go in order from their reign. We started out with... Okay, we came in here. We had Zhong-an the First. No. We had this guy, Do. Yeah, we had this guy, Do. He was amazing. 655. We never had anyone even close to that. But I'm glad we started with him. He lasted for a long time. 25 years of the 655 guy. And then our next dude was a 521. He lasted even longer. 423, we had Zhong-an the First, Zhong-hu, Guang-he, Shenryyr the First, Deimos, Phobos, Munhyo, and Hodor. What about Hodor's daughter? Oh, right, Hodor's daughter never came to power, right. But she was waiting to come in. Put me in, coach. 225 force limit, we only built 200 guys. We had a huge manpower, though. What about navies? Ottomans had the biggest navy, but that's all galleys. That's useless outside of the Mediterranean. But look at that dominance of the Mediterranean. No one even comes close to that shit. Holy crap. We had a lot of heavies and a lot of trade ships. Worked out well for us. Wow. Look at that spike of inflation. This looks like it's really, really hard to see. But who is this spiking at 4% inflation? What the hell nation is selected? Hungary. I don't care about Hungary. Why would Hungary be... What the... Huh. Okay, so we had no inflation. Charts, here we go. Well, everything's court except for the provinces that we just took in the war. Religion is mostly Confucian. We had 13% Shinto. Oh, I forgot to add Shinto into that list. Of course, all of Japan is Shinto. Didn't convert any of it. Theravada, Vajrayana, and Mahayana. Cultures were just really, really spread out. Manchu was our largest culture, 9.7%, and then Wu. So central China and Manchuria. Lots and lots of people up there. Most of our lands produced grain. Second most was fish, third most wool, then Chinaware and tea and iron. And this is what made us a ton of money here with this wedge, the Chinaware and tea, because we built a whole bunch of manufactories on those provinces to make a whole lot of money off that stuff. Trade nodes, trade goods. Did we have dominance on any trade good? Sure did. We had dominance on fish, fur, iron, tea, Chinaware, spices, silk, and that's it. Yeah, we got some nice bonuses. Silk is accepted culture threshold. That's kind of nice. Chinaware is legitimacy. Tea is advisor costs. And we also had yearly prestige from fur. Not bad. And that's it. All right. So we wind up at Tech 1918-25, extremely unbalanced, but thanks to our massive income, we were able to afford the corruption pay down every month. How much were we paying down for corruption anyway? Oh, it's not showing me. Oh, well, I can't mouse over this shit from this window, but we were paying like, I don't know, 25 ducats a month to hold down that corruption. And that's because our tech was unbalanced. But once we hit like Tech 20, we started outpacing our neighbors on military tech. And the fact that we were teching up military faster than everyone else, like you saw some of those armies from Ahmednagar just constantly get squish. We squished like 5 or 6 Ahmednagar armies. And it wasn't like they were small armies. They were big armies. But because we were teching up faster than he was, we were just crushing those stacks. We went with ideas. Humanist, because we had lots of revolts, and this helped out a lot. Quality, obviously, army quality is important. Economic, because we had lots of gold mines and lots of inflation, lots of loans too, so this helped out with that. Defensive, I wouldn't say this was a good choice. It was an okay choice. I took this because we had problems with morale. We kept coming up against enemies that had way more morale than we did, and this made it an even playing field on morale. So we could stay in battles longer. I'm not sure if this was a good choice. It's an okay choice. The other option would have been offensive. Offensive would have allowed us to fight better. We just wouldn't be able to fight as long. So, pick your poison. Either you fight longer or you fight better, or you just take offensive and defensive and you get both benefits. And we finished up with innovative. We never finished that idea group. It didn't really matter. We have perfect religious unity, and you get that extra 25% from humanist. We had 213 provinces with how much development? Oh, it doesn't show development here. Interesting. I thought mousing over this would show you development. We had like, I don't know, 1,500 development or something. Cool. And our history, I'll scroll down. If you want to pause and read it, go for it. I don't know why this history window is so tiny. And it has so much text in it. The unsuccessful Woon Yue war over Chinese hegemony lasted for 5 years. Historians talk about how the Woon fought the Yue in the Battle of Xiuquan, led by Woon Yizan Si, suffered some losses fighting the 26,000 men strong of the Yue army, led by Qi Zheng, who suffered some losses. Emperor Shenryyr I struggled in a minor Korean reconquest of Fuyang, and our armies were competent. Historians talk about how the Korean fought the Chu in the Battle of Nanyang. Blah, 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 blah. On and on. Obviously, the later we get in the campaign, the more we went to war. Earlier in the campaign, it was like, go to war, peace out, wait 10 years, go to war, peace out, wait 10 years. But later on, it's like, just keep going to war. Like at the very end, the truce break.